Good morning, it's Elaine with Elaine's Custom Cards. Today we are going to make this box. It's got a belly band that I put on there, and you can see there's no seam on this side because it's underneath my embellishment that I put on it. And it just opens like this, and it will hold I got 4 cards here, but I think it'll hold 5. You can use it as a gift to give somebody some cards. Or you can just store your own cards in it. Anyway, I'm using the, I'll show you what I'm using. Christmas Gleaming variety bundle that's in the holiday catalog, and I'm using this brightly gleaming DSP and the punches that come with it, as you can buy them as a bundle. So I'm using that, well, the big one anyway. And on this belly band I used this copper metallic ribbon, and it is in this catalog. Let me tell you what page it's on. This is page 19. Let me tell you what page that ribbon's on. It's on page 45. Here. The basket weave and metallic ribbon combo pack, so it's this. And then I used a small amount right here of the copper foil that's in the annual catalog, and all this paper that I used is the brightly gleaming paper. And then I purchased some 12 by 12 paper, and this is the 2019-2020 in color, and you can get it as a packet, and there's 4 of each of the in colors in the 12 by 12 cardstock, and this is the pretty peacock one. And so I took this, and I've partially done this already. I cut off a 2-inch strip so that it's 10 by 12. Then I took my scoreboard and I scored 1 inch. This is the 10-inch side right here. So I scored 1 inch and then the 2-inch, and then turned it and did the same thing on this side, 1 inch and 2-inch. Then I turned it so it's on the 12-inch side and scored it at 1 inch, 5.5, turned it 1 inch, 5.5. And I saved the 2-inch strip because we're going to use it for the belly band. And then I started cutting. I've already cut part of it, so this is how you're going to cut it. So on this side that I haven't finished cutting yet, you cut all of these to the fold. So here, 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 and here to the fold. Then you're going to cut this little tab off right here. Okay? Cut that tab off. Cut this tab off. And I usually cut them right next to the fold. Okay? And then you're going to angle just a little bit here. Angle here. Angle here. This is just to keep down the bulk a little bit. And then you're going to want an angle here on the tab. And when you cut these, cut inside the fold line, because you want the least amount of bulk. but you don't want to cut too much. So you cut inside the fold line. And then one other trick that you're going to want to do after you do your scoring, you're going to take your cutter, and you're going to, and I've already done this, you're going to put this in the cutter so that the edge, and it's after you've done all the scoring, is right up next to this brown right here. So the cutting slot is here, and then put it right up to the brown and trim just a little tiny bit off of both of these sides. And the reason for that is so that when you're doing your folding, this, I'll show you, because you're going to fold this in and you want it to be a little bit of distance from that fold line right there so that it doesn't buckle. So now we're going to score all our edges, or all our score lines. And when you score, make sure that you're scoring so that the bump part of this, score line is to the inside of the card, or the card stock, not the side that you actually did the scoring on. We're going to do all the scoring. And I patterned this kind of after a paper pumpkin size box that's in the annual catalog. I just made it bigger so that my A2 size cards would fit, because they don't fit in that paper pumpkin box that's in the annual catalog. Those are for the note card. Those boxes are for the note cards. I wanted a box big enough for my A2 cards. Okay, once you've done that, then you're going to take your DSP, and you can use any of the brightly gleaming, or I mean, you don't even have to use these colors. This is just what I was doing. This is 4 by 5.5, and there's two, one for the top and one for the bottom. And you can use whatever glue you want, but I recommend that you put these on before you assemble your box. It's just easier because you can press it down. Or if your box is already assembled, it's a little hard to press these down. You can use, I use liquid glue, but you can use your tape runner glue. You can use tear and tape to put the box together. I'm just kind of partial to the green glue, so everybody's calling it green glue. I like the green glue because I can move my paper around a little bit to get it even, whereas with the other you can't. It's pretty permanent. And then I have some strips for the edges. Okay, so you need to decide, well, let's do this first. You need the longer strip, and these are 3/4 of an inch by 5.5. So you want to put those on the front and the back, or for the bottom of the box and the top of the box. You just line it up with the pieces you've already put on, so they line up. Okay. So you're going to put one here. So if you look at the box, you're not going to put one here. Okay? You're going to put one on here and one here, because this is the back of the box. And this is going to be our top, our lid. And you don't need one on the bottom. So we're going to do this. I thought I got my circle punch out. Let me see if I can find it. I don't see it in front of me here. I must have put it back. Let me go get it. So we need the circle punch. And you take your 1.5 inch circle punch, and you're going to want to punch right here so that you're going to make this right here on the lid. So you take your 1.5 inch circle punch and you kind of approximate where you think the center is, and you just punch right here. This is a lot easier to do. Well, you can't do it if your box is already assembled, so you have to do it before you assemble the box. So that's the gluing of the paper, and then we'll put this on. This also goes on the top, so you're going to want these right here. So let's go ahead and glue those on, because this is our lid. So I'm going to glue these pieces on the side flaps right here. And these are 4 inches by 3/4 of an inch. Those goes on the, these go on the side of the top. Like I said, nothing goes here because you're not going to see that until you open the box. Okay, once you do all of that, then you're going to start gluing your box together. So this is the top. Open this up so you can see. And you're going to glue these pieces here to this. So glue here. And like I said, you can use tear and tape for this. And then you're going to just make it as even as you can here. And hold it for a little bit so it sticks. Okay. Okay. After you do that, then you're going to put glue here, right there, and glue that down. The reason I did this way, it makes the lid sturdier. Take your bone folder, see what I'm doing, and like this, in there. Okay? And then turn it over and do it to the other side. This kind of finishes off the box so that this flap that's right in here, I don't know if you can see it, stays put. There's your bone folder in there. Like that. Okay, now we're going to do the bottom. So kind of do the same thing. We're going to put glue here. We're going to put glue here. And then you're going to line that up. Hold it, line this one up, get that out of the way, and hold it, okay, and then you're going to put glue here on this, just like you did on the top, only you've got 2 tabs there instead of just one. And then just fold it over. There's your bone folder. And press it down. Okay, just like that. Okay, now we're going to do it to this side. Like I said, if you prefer tear and tape, you can use tear and tape on this. So now we're going to put glue here on this tab and glue on this tab right there. Okay, and then we're going to fold this up. Hold it there and hold it right there. Hold that side. Okay. And there. Okay. Now we're going to put glue right here on this. And fold this over, just like we did on the other side. Okay. And press down and then use the bone folder to press that down. Just like so. And then your box, in theory, should close nicely. And it does. So there's your box. Okay. Now we're going to make the belly band. So what you're going to do for your belly band is set it down, put the box on it, bring this piece up, and this piece up, just like so, and then you just kind of make sure it's even, like that. And if it's easier for you when you put something in the box so it's a little sturdier, you can put some cards in there that you've made, just like so. It gives it, makes it a little sturdier when you're trying to do this. So once you've done that, then you're going to, where you've marked your creases there, you're going to use your bone folder to define those better, just like so. Okay, just like that. And then you want to make sure before you glue it that it's going to slide on and off of there easily. You don't want it too tight, because then you won't be able to get it off. So take that and you make sure it slips on there easily, and this looks like it does. Then you're going to take your glue, tear and tape, or whatever you're using, put a little bit here. This piece, just be careful how much you put, because you don't want to go over. Put that on there, hold it. Alright, take it off, and then you line it up so that it's straight. Well, as straight as you can get it. Okay? And you're going to put it back on. Like so. And then you're going to take your embellishments. And I took a piece of the same paper, just different design. And this is 2 inches by 2.5 inches, because this is 2 inches wide, and I want it to cover, completely cover that seam that's there. And you're going to glue that. Looks like it's a little skinnier, but that's okay. You're going to glue that on there so that you're not really going to see the seam. That thing must have been a little bit wider than 2 inches. No. Anyway, let me see if I have another piece that's a little bit wider. same. So let's see what we got here. How wide is this? Looks like they're all about the same. So we'll go ahead and use one of these. Inches by 2.5 inches. So go ahead and glue that on there. And you want to make sure that your ornaments are going the way you want them to go. So you do have a direction. So you're going to glue this piece on there. Actually, it looks like that piece is a little bit, no, they're about the same. Sometimes I second guess myself. And the reason you want to do this while it's on your box is so that you can eyeball it and make sure it's the same top and bottom, if that's what you want. That's what I wanted. Okay. Now for this embellishment, I used a piece of the copper metallic ribbon and made a bow. For this embellishment, I used several different things. I used the punch to punch out my ornament. Then I punched out another one because I wanted this to be a little bit stronger. So I'm going to glue this piece up. This is Night of Navy cardstock right here. And I'm going to glue it to the back of my ornament so that it's stronger. Just like so. Just makes it a little sturdier. You can do more than one layer if you want, but I figured one layer was enough. Okay, and for this embellishment, I decided to do it a little different. I took let's see. This is the poinsettia dies. I die cut one of these, and then I cut it up into pieces so I could get it behind my leaves. For the leaves, I used this stamp set, Sweetest Time, and stamped one of each of these in Mossy Meadow, and then I stamped the berries in Real Red, and then I used the Sweetest Borders dies and die cut my images out. And then I used glue dots and glued them all on there with glue dots before I put it on the ornament. And then I took Stampin' Dimensionals and put them on the back of my ornament, just like so. And I wanted to make sure that it didn't lift or move, so I used quite a few Stampin' Dimensionals on here. So I just put the dimensionals on there, and this helps hold your other embellishments on there when you do it this way. And centered it on my box, and there's your box. I hope you like my card box. Give me a thumbs up. Remember, I have a host code for when you order $50 to $149.99. And this month is starting, if you're a demonstrator or you want to become a demonstrator, you can do a pre-order of the out of the new 21. It's a January through June spring catalog, and I haven't got one yet. I'm hoping to get it today. And then there's the celebration that lasts January and February. So email me if you have any questions, and you have a blessed day. Have fun stamping and creating. kind of wanted to show you a couple of the items that are in the new catalog. This is one of them, the Dragonfly Garden and the punch. And then the paper that coordinates with it. I've already used some of it. It's really cute paper. If I can get it out of my bag, I put it in. But it's got dragonflies. I don't know what those looks like, dandelions to me. There's some that I've already used. See what it looks like. That. And then that one. It's real pretty paper. This one has bees. And then there's embellishments and ribbon. The ribbon is Mossy Meadow. And you could use this on your card or your box if you want. And then there's these really cute ladybug die. I don't know what you call them. Ladybug trinkets. Very cute. So that's in the new catalog. And then the other stamp set that I have is called Enjoy the Moment. I haven't used this one yet. I've made a few things with this one from when I was at OnStage. But here's another one. And I should be getting my order today with a few more things in it. But so far this is what I have. So you have a blessed day and stay safe.